What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ordinary Guy Show. It's been 1 week.
That intro had a ton of passion. And it's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks. I was trying to sing a Bare Naked Lady song.
It's been 1 week.
Yeah, I was trying to sing that in honor of the reason why we didn't do a show last week, and that was because Kevin was blowing Hootie. Is that what you're doing, Kevin? You're blowing Hootie?
I'm pretty sure Darius Rucker hates the name Hootie. Well, I heard something about that.
He's not Hootie.
Who's Hootie?
Somebody who blows fish. But if you haven't noticed, Kevin and I are both wearing the same shirts, except Kevin's microphone's covering it.
Totally. Well, I was just showing him.
All right, show him.
Totally on accident, by the way.
Yep. Weren't planning on it, but we were actually both wearing it in honor of a golf tournament that we both attended last Saturday, and we put an OG team together. So it was me, Kevin, Sam, and Carrie. And it's for our buddy Eddie Hansen, who has is it Avery's Light? Is it Foundation? Is that, or just Avery's Light?
It just says Avery's Light.
Yeah. So we didn't do. We're not going to talk about it too much because we're actually trying to get Eddie on, and it would be nice for Eddie to come tell everybody about it. We don't want to mess it up, but it's actually a very it's a beautiful golf tournament.
We don't want to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about our time. We're going to talk about our time. I just don't want to mix the two together. We'll get a little overlap probably when Eddie comes on, but I just, I want to separate our fun time from the actual meaning of the tournament because it's actually something that's near and dear to Eddie's heart. For those of you who don't know, they lost their firstborn due to SIDS. And I want to say 7 or 8 years ago.
Man,
something like that. So, but anyway, so it was. It's a very powerful foundation. It means a lot to Eddie. Eddie means a lot to us, so it means a lot to us. So we just wanted to pay some homage to that. Anyway, so Kevin bailed, by the way.
Yeah.
Midway, not even midway, right?
It was after midway.
After midway through a golf tournament, Kevin just decides to leave. Kevin, you want to elaborate on why you left?
Honestly, though, let's be honest. Did it hurt anything? And he's drinking.
Well, we didn't get to participate in the long drive contest.
Why?
Because we didn't drive long.
Well, you participated.
Yeah, just didn't count for anything.
Who got the longest drive out of you three?
To be honest with you, I don't even remember what happened. I think at that hole, for some reason, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't know. I wish Sam or Carrie was here because I don't remember what happened with that.
How long was the long one?
I don't know. 320, something like that.
That's it?
Yeah.
I would have won.
That's what we said.
Oh, well.
We said you would have won that one. But on the last hole, I did from like 105 yard. I think it was 105 yard par 3, something like that. It was a short one. I put it about 6 feet from the pin.
And then you guys putted 6 times.
No, we put it twice. It was 6 feet from the pin, and we actually waited for the Jarvis team behind us.
Really?
And old man Jarvis put it closer than I did.
I bet he did.
Yeah, well, not by far, man. Maybe half a foot.
So, I don't even think we said who was on the team. It was Sam Boucher and Carrie Kajinka-Winkovich.
Kowinkovich.
I call him whatever I feel like at the moment. It's Konjovic.
Konjovic,
but I call him whatever I feel like.
Kowinkle-Dick.
I mean, when you got a last name like that, you got to roll with how it feels.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, everybody spells my name with a C in it. I don't know why.
But they say it the same way.
Yeah. But why would you spell it Deschler?
Deschler? I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Anyway.
But you knew it was going to be a bad day when we first show up, first hole. It's probably one of the easier holes on the course, and all 4 of us hit it out of bounds.
You know what's funny is I just started looking at my notes for the show, and this is not the topic that we were supposed to be talking about.
Well, no crap.
So that's kind of why I died already. Anyway, so let's recap here. So what was I keep bumping your camera, but good thing it wasn't on you. So what do we bring? Okay, first off,
you're having a rough time right now.
What time do we have to be there? We had to be there early.
Well, that was the thing. Is y'all first told me we had to be there at 7.
Right.
And then you said I needed to leave by 6 or some crap, and I'm like, I'm not doing that.
No.
And then we discussed further. I forget, but it started at like 8:06. It was the first golf tournament I've ever been to that started on time, and it was because of the pending weather.
Yeah.
So it was supposed to rain all day. Did it ever even rain?
I don't think so. I felt like maybe not even a drizzle, like a couple of drops, and then that was it. But no, so we had to get there. We had to leave at 6:38 in the morning.
Yes, not a minute later.
Not a minute later. Be to Carrie's house 6:38.
And Frank was on time.
Yeah, and his alarm didn't go off, so he woke up like 12 minutes before I got there.
You know why? It's probably because I text him.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So he did say that. You text him, and then it made him. He sprung up and started getting everything done. But so he was groggy and out of it. I was exhausted. I went to bed at like 1.
I played video games and drank White Claws until 3 in the morning.
Yeah. So that was the other thing. So we packed a cooler, not a cooler, man, a golf bag full of White Claws. The cart did have a cooler though. Props to that course for having a cooler on the cart.
And what the heck was up with the carts in front of us? We're sitting in a line, right? And there's 2 golf carts in front of us. I don't know if you've ever played in a tournament, but they line them all up in teams. The first golf cart goes to take off. The cooler falls off the golf cart, slings everything all over the ground.
Yep.
Second golf cart takes off.
Cooler
slings
flies
it
off.
all over the ground. I'm like, Frank, because we're the third.
Right.
I'm like, you should probably check our cooler.
Check the cooler. I checked the cooler. It was fine. It wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah,
so
ours was fine.
I was like, it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense why people think it was going to fly off, But
went through a lot of White Claws.
it was cool. But I'm excited that the team behind us, who's technically like, so we're A and B, right? So it's 4 of us and 4 of them. So 4 carts total. Yeah. Yes.
The guys in front of us were serious.
Oh, they were serious. And they were fighting about... Did you hear them fighting about the girl?
No.
You missed that?
No, I wasn't there.
Oh, yeah. So towards the end, first off, every time we'd come up on them because, like, you'd be around a corner and you can't quite see where they are, so we'll finish the hole, come around the corner. They're right there in the tee box still, haven't teed off yet. And it was the same guy was always pissing. And he's like, every time I see you guys, you see my dick. And we're like... Cool.
Was that the one that I made fun of? I wish we had the video ready to play. Remember I said I'm going to be that guy and I'm doing his, like, up, down, up, down, up, down.
No, that was the other guy. No,
that was the other guy?
That guy was actually a decent golfer. The other guys were not. So then anyway, so next thing you know, we hear them arguing and like we hear a whole bunch of ruckus around the corner we couldn't see, and all you could hear is y'all need to quit fighting over that woman.
Oh my god.
And the other guys just drove off.
Have you ever had a
real fight.
dispute with a friend over a girl like that? Like you both liked them? Her?
I don't like. I took that as like maybe something happened between this chick and one of them. You know what I'm trying to say? But I don't know if it didn't really come across as like wife or girlfriend. You know what I mean? Because that's totally different, right?
I feel like you missed a good opportunity for an interview.
Yeah, no, they drove off quick. I was trying to see what was going on. I mean, they could have just been fighting over girls they liked. Hell, they could have been fighting over the cart girl.
And by the way, I didn't just up and leave because we like sucked or something. We did suck. Like we sucked so bad that we decided to start throwing golf balls at signs to see who could sit it.
First place was like 20 under.
And we were like maybe 6 under.
Yeah, I think we were 6 under.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If you guys played better when I left.
There was a couple that we took par on, and I remember thinking, oh shit, we had Kevin's shot. And we never used your shot. We all just shot our 2 shots.
Oh yeah, somebody could have shot twice.
Yeah.
And by the way, I had to leave because I was going to the Hootie and Blowfish concert, and I couldn't be late. And honestly, if I didn't leave, and I'm going to say this, if I wouldn't have left when I did leave, I would have been late. It rained the whole way down. Traffic was going slow. Oh, I didn't tell you about my experience. Can we go that way for 1 second?
Sure.
Because it's good.
What's your experience?
You really enjoy it when I have a shit experience.
I do.
I had a shit experience. Very shit experience. So, we go down there. It always involves a restaurant. We go to check in the hotel room. Everything seems fine, except for there is a massive rainstorm. That rainstorm is supposed to hit here.
Yeah.
I think it hit down there. So we go in, and the I noticed that when we walk in the lobby, it's a little warm. I'm like, this is a little weird, right? And I noticed that the front door to the lobby is not working. They just got it open. I'm like, wonder why they got that thing open. People walking around, right? It's a wedding party.
Okay.
So I'm like, maybe they had it open for something, whatever. Doesn't really click. Go up to the room. Room's fine. Go next door. The thermostat's not working because we're there with some friends. They got the room next door. The thermostat's not working. So I called downstairs, and this is about 3 o'clock. Say, hey, can you send somebody up? This thermostat's not working. They don't say anything to me. No big deal. They're like, okay, we'll send somebody up. Nothing's been said. Now, this is a Hilton. This is not a low-end anything. This is an actual branded Hilton.
Right.
So you expect, at least a 3.5 to 4-star service.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So anyways, we go to Duffy's. We end up with a guy that I'm pretty sure was out on parole. And and he's never waited in his life, I don't think. Everything takes forever. It seems to be the theme. And we finally get our food, everything. We go to the concert. Concert, by the way, Hootie and the Blowfish, sound exactly like they're supposed to. Not really a concert like you go there and get pumped up because it's not that kind of music.
Yeah.
Like normally you go to a concert and you're like, wow, right? Like everybody's mellow.
I mean, it depends on what you're going to see, Kevin.
Everybody's like sitting down. Nobody's acting really crazy. I only saw one girl passed out. I mean, that's a low amount.
That is low.
Yeah. So then we leave. We go to come back. Walk into the room or walk into the lobby. The lobby is now sweltering hot. You can kind of see where this is going.
Yeah.
The wedding party is walking around everywhere. We go up to the room. It's 11 o'clock at night, maybe almost 12. Our room is warm now.
No.
And I'm like, what is going on? I walk over to their room. Their room's even hotter. Because, see, my thermostat was working, so the fan was circulating.
Okay.
Theirs wasn't circulating at all. It was hot. I called downstairs. I'm like, hey, I thought you said you were going to send somebody up. They're like, we have FPL out looking at out in the back. They're trying to fix it, but we don't have a time. I go, fixing what? They're like, the whole air conditioner in the whole building is down. Like, every air conditioner, every single one. And in my mind, I'm like, what does FPL have to do with that? The lights are working. Like, is the place running on backup generators right now? Like, what's going on? So then at 12 o'clock at night, because I can't sleep if it's hot,
Yeah.
we have to drive from West Palm Beach all the way to Boca Raton because there's nothing. Because there's a concert that night, obviously, and it's the middle of the night. Had to drive all the way down there to a place I normally stay at that they actually know me. I stay there that often. Got rooms, and it was just the usual. It was like Frank's going to come around the corner anytime and be like, gotcha. It was bad. But could you imagine having your wedding at a Hilton, which you expect to be nice,
Yeah.
no AC?
Well, okay, so I kind of saw where the story was going when you first said it. Instantly I could see that. But Hilton. Like, I'm not saying you expect, like you said, 5 stars. You're not expecting 5-star service, but you're expecting the basic needs to be met. Like
Air.
Power, air conditioner, hot and cold water.
Oh, and both bathrooms had mud on the floors.
That's gross.
Yeah. And I called them downstairs when we first got there. I'm like, hey, can you send somebody up to mop the floors in the bathroom? And I'm not joking. I get a knock on my door. There's 5 ladies there. Not one spoke English. And they're all going, ba 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 ba. And I'm like, dirty. And I'm just yelling and pointing, doing the Kevin. And they go in there and mop that sucker up. It was so nasty that I had my shoes on when I went to the bathroom when I first got there. And I went to pee and my legs were spreading out like into a split because it was so slimy.
Oh, I thought you were saying some dude just standing behind you.
You know what I'm saying, though. Like when you go into one of them restrooms where the piss is all over the floor and your
you just
feet start sliding.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
That's so gross, man.
That Hilton needs to be burned to the ground.
That's so gross. Yeah, so that sucks, man.
Yeah, so your golf adventure
was
a lot better than my hotel adventure.
But did you hear about what happened to me afterwards?
I was gonna say you got me beat in the long run.
I started getting a migraine probably. So we didn't start on the first hole, right? So on our 16th hole, I started getting a migraine, and it wouldn't go away.
Did all the White Claws get drank?
Yes.
That means you drank 12 White Claws.
Yes.
Because I had 6.
Yeah. So started getting a headache, and it wouldn't go away. So I had my head underneath the jug of water at the next hole. Like, I drank every ounce of water I could. And so I'm slowly getting agitated, and my body's hurting because golf sucks in the heat. But so felt like shit. So I'm like, all right, you know what? We're almost done. I ate the tacos at the taco bar. I was excited about that. Tacos were delicious, by the way. It's taco bar.
How many did you eat?
8.
You pulled a Frank.
Yes. 8 tacos. So it was more like shells on the plate and a whole bunch of meat in and out of the tacos.
Who catered it? Just
them.
The golf course?
Yeah. Have you ever eaten there since it's changed?
I haven't, but that place is much nicer than I ever expected.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It's like you think you're in Orlando.
I really enjoy golfing there.
Other than the driving range.
Yeah, the driving range normally isn't that bad. But anyway, so so I ate food. I drank a whole bunch of water. My head was hurting so bad. I felt like a dick. So there's a couple of people I feel like I need to apologize to just because I wasn't talkative. Like the Jarvises and Rojas was there. And I had such a migraine that my hat was hurting me. You know that pain where it feels like your hat is squeezing your head to death?
I have no idea. I can't wear hats.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Well, it felt like I was wearing my hat, but my head was the size of yours.
Was it a vision affecting migraine?
Yeah.
Those are the worst.
It was terrible. So
did it pick a spot on your head and stay there?
Right. Is like
why is it always there?
And so it's like I'm doing this.
It's not a tumor.
Yeah. So it had me messed up for a while. So anyway, so Sam and Carrie wanted to go to Sherwood and grab a quick drink on the way home because it's quiet. Where everybody was over at first off, they were kicking us out, but everybody was there. It was loud. It was done. We're going home. So I said, you know what? I mean, you're going just for a few minutes. It's fine.
You were an idiot to think that was true.
We went there.
You were carrying Sam. It ain't a few minutes. Nothing's a few minutes.
So we go there, and as soon as we open the door, there's one person sitting at the bar and bartender, and I said, hey, water, please. And I'm just going to put my head down outside. And it was so hot still, right? So I fell asleep outside on the deck. And then I woke up, I'm sweating, and I said, you know what? I feel a tiny bit better. Let me pop in. So I pop in, get another water. There's like 2 people in the bar now, so I'm like, that's fine. I said, I'm going to be that guy and watch basketball, because you know Sherwood, right? There's tables everywhere. So, I'm going to be that guy who sits over there watching basketball, and I may or may not fall asleep. So, next thing you know, I wake up, the bar's full. There's like 10 people there.
I'm normally the opposite. I wake up and the bars become empty.
No. So I'm like, I wonder how many people were just like, who the hell is this guy? Literally, my pants were unbuttoned. My shirt was like out and sloppy. And I'm sleeping with my head on the table of a
You're just
bar tub.
Disgusting at this point.
It made me feel like a fucking piece of shit.
It made you feel like the guy that falls asleep in the corner of a bar.
But I wasn't falling in there because I'm like some hobo drunk passed out. That migraine, seriously, like I couldn't even keep my eyes open because of the migraine. It hurt so fucking bad. So then it starts to go away, and I'm slowly feeling a little bit better. So anyway, I finally get home. This is now 3 hours after the golf course.
Oh, so they did keep it short for them.
Yeah, they kept it nice and short. So we come home. I come home, and I'm like, I don't know what's more important. Like, I think I have to puke because I felt nauseous from the headache still. Like, I think I have to puke.
It couldn't be from the 8 tacos or 12 White Claws, though.
No, but I felt like the tacos never went down. I felt like the tacos were just sitting on
floating
top.
On top
so,
of a sea of White Claw.
Yeah, so I was like, I think I want to just puke and get that feeling over with. But I also have to shit. So I was like, I didn't know, and like I was too afraid to push. Like, you ever feel like that? You ever like puke and shit?
I've always wondered if I figured you'd be the one that's done that, like puked in a bucket and pooped at the same time.
Yes,
you've done that.
I have done that.
I figured you'd be the one.
Done it. So I've actually done that. I've actually done that sober, and I did that earlier this year.
Multiple occasions.
So I did it earlier this year.
I've never done that.
So the problem is, like, when I have shit in my stomach that doesn't want to be there, it's coming out. And I felt like this was when everybody was getting the flu. I got just a little stomach bug. And I remember having another migraine and, like, what the hell is going on here? And feeling nauseous. And I remember sitting on the toilet because I thought I had shit. So I'm, like, pushing. And I'm like, ugh, and it made me puke.
Oh, so you didn't have a bucket?
No, I puked in the trash can, which was right there.
I thought you might have puked in your lap.
No, I would have puked right on the fucking floor and then passed out and let Janet be like, oh my God, what the fuck happened in here?
She'd have never touched you again.
No, but it was really weird. Like, it was weird. Like, I think the pushing in the nauseous stomach made it just like, and then I'm the kind of person that if I visualize throwing up, I'll throw up.
I don't throw up for nothing.
No, you don't have like that sensitive stomach. Like, what if I was puking right now? Would you puke?
No.
Really?
No, it don't
You
bother
puke
me.
right now, I'm puking.
It doesn't bother me a bit.
I give it less than 30 seconds before I'm puking.
Camden threw up in my mouth. I didn't even get
Ava
queasy.
shit in my mouth.
I think shit's worse.
Yeah. So the kids both have puked in my mouth, but not like...
You threw up, didn't you?
Yeah.
See, it didn't faze me.
You know what's so funny is my son, who handles gross shit pretty well, I forget, like, I think Ava was throwing up or about to throw up, and he's like, stop, I'm going to do it too. And I'm like, awesome. Because that's exactly what goes through my mind when I see somebody puke.
Is Janet like that too?
No, Janet has never puked as an adult.
I only did once. So I threw up because of an ulcer. Like, just a bunch of blood.
Yeah.
But that's been about... No. Oh, I got drunk one time. I've never thrown up from drinking, but one time. And I got drunk. It was in my condo. And I start throwing up. And Morgan's, like, right behind me in the bed because my condo's, humongous that you're standing on each other. And so I'm crying because I don't know what to do because I've never thrown up from being drunk before. I'm like, Morgan, help me. And she's like, what am I supposed to do about it? Hold your hair or something like that? And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I've never thrown up from drinking before. And I'm like, I didn't know what to do.
What's terrible about that, man, is we all know that it feels better afterwards.
Oh, it didn't for me.
But afterwards.
I don't remember afterwards. It was bad.
But you fell asleep.
I think.
Right. You wouldn't have done that unless you puked. You get what I'm trying to say? So like, we're all sitting there and we all know, like, the best thing to do right now is puke and go to sleep, right? But nobody wants to fucking puke. And the drunker you are, the worse
it builds up like a balloon.
Well, and then the worse that, like, puke anxiety happens because you're at that. I firmly believe that you get all that dizziness and shit by, like, holding back your puke even more because you start getting, like, nauseous and stuff. But we all know, like, every time, and I'm not even, like, really hammered, but I'm like, you know what? I'm a little dizzy. I want to go to sleep, but every time I close my eyes, the room spins. If I just puke right now, I'll be asleep in, like, 10 minutes. But nobody wants that fucking ab-wrenching feeling of vomiting. I don't think vomiting is good for you.
I wouldn't think so.
It's like a whole fucking convulsion. Sometimes I get sick after I puke.
Well, you know it's bad for you because bulimics, they tear their esophagus up from the acid.
Yeah, but they puke like
every day,
a couple times a day, right?
Yeah,
like it's not like
I wish I had that
day.
kind of dedication towards my weight.
I wish I had dedication towards anything. So, but no, like that. Sometimes I'll puke and then I feel like I gave myself a fever like the next day.
My head becomes an instant headache.
Instant headache.
I feel like my eyes are going to bulge out of my head.
Okay, so now if I know I'm going to puke and I'm planning on the puke, I'll grab like Advil or Aleve or whatever it is that I have right there. I'll bring it, not Aleve, Excedrin. So I'll go to the bathroom. I'll have all that shit ready, like a fresh water, an extra bottle of water, sometimes a pillow. I'll go in there. I'm like, all right, here we go. I'll start battling those fucking demons and puking and puking.
I think I've thrown up twice.
Well, as soon as I'm done, I'll rinse off my face. I'll slam a couple of Aleve or Excedrin, drink my bottle of water, and usually fall asleep on the floor.
I can't imagine being a pregnant woman because they throw up every morning for the most part. Or Morgan sure did. Morgan threw up all the time. She had some, I forget what it's called, but she was sick all the time. The whole time.
I think Janet only felt a little nauseous, but again, like I said, I don't think she's puked as an adult.
But could you imagine that, though?
Did I ever tell you this?
Terrible.
Did I ever tell you the story of how I found out Janet has never puked as an adult?
How?
So, one of the first nights Janet and I go out together, we're with a friend, and we were at Fish Lips. We're in the port. Wherever we were in port. I had a little bit to drink. Our friend had a little bit to drink. Janet had a little much for her, probably. And she was like, we're dizzy. She's dizzy. She's getting back to the car. I'm good enough to drive by that point. And so Janet gets back to the car. She's like, I don't feel good, so we can't drive yet. I'm like, all right. I'm going to wait for you to pass out, and then we drive. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, why can't we drive? She goes, because I think I'm going to get nauseous, and then I'll puke. And I've never puked. And I'm like, is this a joke? Like, if you're gonna puke, just fucking puke. She's like, no, I've
And
never.
you're with Frank, the puke pooper.
Yeah. I literally, like, I have puked at keggers to make more room for beer. So I've puked because I've been so full that I puke it all up. I've slammed beer, puked, and then gone back inside.
Matt DeBacco used to do that all the time.
It works. But anyway, so we are sitting in the parking lot now in a truck for 2 hours.
Waiting on her to fall asleep?
No. She fell asleep. Started the truck and go to drive. She wakes up out of a drunken, dead slumber and goes, I'm not ready.
Oh, God. You're just going to have to deal with it at that point.
Yep. So we all took a nap in the parking lot.
You are the nicest person alive.
I know.
I would not. Listen, Janet, I'm sorry. I love you. But you would have been driving. I promise you'd have been driving.
Well, I would have drove.
I'd have been like, you got 5 minutes, and we're out.
Yeah, that was my thing. I was like, are you kidding me?
Would you do it now?
It's tough. Yes. Yeah.
See, you're a better man than me.
So I would do it now because I completely know the situation. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, we're also going to the same place. So I would be like, are you honestly not good with me to drive? And if she said no, then
I just floor and say,
sleep.
you'll feel better when you do it.
No, because I mean, I know she's not going to bullshit me. You know what I mean? Because she wants to get home probably now. She wants to get home just as much as I do. So for her to be like, don't drive, I'm like, all right, I get it.
But 2 hours?
Oh, it was more than 2 hours because it was 2 hours when I tried to leave.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Maybe 5 minutes.
Oh no, we got home that night at like 4:30 in the morning.
Because after I've been at a bar, I got to get something to eat.
Yeah.
Morgan's not a puker either. Like, our thing is chili cheese fries from Crystal's, man.
Ooh.
Every time.
See, I don't know that I necessarily want to eat. I want to eat because I've been out and I've been active. You get what I'm trying to say? So I'm hungry. So if I'm just like sitting somewhere drinking for a little bit, I mean, I may eat. I don't know. I'll probably eat like Krispy Kreme or something.
If I catch
like
a buzz, I'm eating.
So I'll probably eat something shitty. Only because I come up with every justification in the world for it at the moment.
I think me not drinking even a eighth as much as I used to in my original dating days with Morgan. Morgan doesn't drink at all anymore, and then I barely drink, and it's like I probably have lost weight because of that, not because of the drinking. Like, I don't think mine was because of the actual drinks, like some people say.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it involves what you start eating because you're
Afterwards.
drinking. Yeah, everybody's like, I got to cut back on the beers because of the calories. No, in my case, I ate a sack full of Crystals.
Yeah, no, I feel, I probably did eat more. So if you were to say like late night munching more because of drinking or without drinking, I would say definitely because of when Janet used to work at the bar and we would always hang up there with her until she'd close down. Not every night, just a couple nights a week. Sean,
Not every night, just 5 out of 7.
My buddy Sean and I would go up there and just hang out because, I mean, you have to think the jobs we had at that, I don't think I had to be at work until like 11 or something like that. And so we would drink and then we'd go to like Denny's or IHOP. That was my favorite.
That's just, and see, do you ever think if we lived in a different city, we wouldn't have those awesome Denny's IHOP stories because we'd have went to much better places?
Well, we would have had like, oh, I was at Metro Diner, or oh, I was at Joe's
that place
Diner,
burnt down.
or oh, I was here, there.
That Metro Diner, are you talking about the one over by Waterford? It burnt down.
No, I was thinking about the one, we did one in, after that race. We did one in BairAir, I think. I think there's one in BairAir or Melbourne, something like that.
But, because I have so many Denny stories, and I'm not going to get into them, but it's because you're in a crap hole.
I have one of the funniest stories from when we went to the Metro Diner. So we were all there. So the running team was there, so you figured there was 2, 4, probably 6 of us total, if I'm not mistaken, right? So my buddy GQ, he's the black guy on the team, right? And his girlfriend, they're actually, I think they're like just gotten serious or whatever. It's not my business. But so we're sitting there and we're listening to them order, and it was cute. They're like still sharing food and stuff like that. Which is like, that's kind of like a normal thing for a new relationship.
No, you hang up.
Yeah, right. It was so anyway, so she's white. He's black. They order the chicken and waffles, and they asked the question, white meat or dark meat, and I snorted. Like, I just shit everywhere, and I started laughing, so everybody else is laughing. And,
Who gets... wait a second.
yeah.
Since when is it not white meat on a chicken and waffle? It's a breast normally.
So it could be the, yeah.
Dark meat sounds way better, by the way.
Yeah, so anyway, so it's not like come out with a leg, but it's probably like KFC thigh meat. Yeah. So anyway, it's in like slow mo. They're on the other side, and she goes white meat or dark meat, and and I say it's like dark meat. Everybody starts laughing. She didn't hear me, but she ordered the dark meat, and then GQ said something about like, yeah, that's how I know she's a keeper. Something like that. And again, stupid. It was like the dumbest thing in the world, but
But when you're drinking,
it made me laugh. No, this is after a race. So we all just got done running 10 miles.
I was gonna say, when you're drinking, you could like.
No, 9 miles.
Nothing makes you everything to where you laugh to where your cheeks are.
Yeah, like everything. But this was harmless, But it's a similar feeling. It's similar to being out all night and then you're catching breakfast because we're exhausted. We literally just ran a 15K, which is what 9.2 miles? No, 9.6.
You're asking me.
5K 9.3 miles.
I forgot to tell you. I might have told you.
What's up?
Beers were $15 a piece at that concert.
No, bears were $15 a piece.
Yes, bears were.
Bears.
That's right, I did tell you.
Yeah, typo.
But who could get drunk there?
At $15
millionaires?
a piece? I went to Stanley Cup Finals back in like 15, maybe, when Lightning were last in there, the first of their 2 back-to-back years, I think. And my buddy Chris and I were like, we wanted some beers. We definitely had some beforehand, but we even went out to dinner and they're expensive. But then we were there and it was like $16. And I still have the koozie. Like, it comes with a commemorative koozie. I'm like, can I have it without the commemorative koozie?
But the national championship of a sport, I can see it. But a Hootie and the Blowfish concert in the middle of a freaking practically a state fairground crap hole. I mean, come on.
I mean, they got to get
this isn't a memorable event.
No.
Like, I probably, by the time I'm 40, will forget I ever saw Hootie and the Blowfish in concert.
No, because I still remember seeing Matchbox 20 with my dad when I was like a sophomore in high school. I fell asleep.
Morgan wants to go see that Rob Thomas.
Yeah, the same guy.
Yeah, he's on his own now. He's got a concert coming up at that same place, and he's in Universal. Tickets are really expensive. Here's the problem. It's called the Cut My Teeth Tour or something like that. Chip Tooth, something like that.
Yeah.
That's his new album name, which leads me to believe he's going to be one of them assholes that plays nothing but his new music. I hate that.
Well, he's not going to play Matchbox 20 music.
Darius Rucker played his Wagon Wheel song.
Yeah, but
Hootie.
He did. They did Wagon Wheel as Hootie though. They did a version of it.
Well, he played his other song too.
So Only Want to Be With You, he played as Darius Rucker.
Well, he played that.
Only Want to Be With You.
Yeah, he played all of it.
That's a Hootie song.
And he actually, well, I don't think Wagon Wheel was either because he said I wasn't going to play this, and then one of my friends said if I didn't play it for the tour, he's going to punch me in my throat.
Yeah. Do you know a lot of times who that person is that he'll talk to or talk about or whatever? So you remember Mike and Mike in the Morning?
I've heard of him.
On ESPN?
Yeah.
Mike Golick and Greeny, they broke up, right?
Yeah.
But
I don't like the new guy, by the way.
He'll usually talk Wingo.
Yeah.
So he'll normally now this is probably somebody else, but a lot of times they'll bet stuff when he's on the show with Golick.
Really?
Yeah, he and Golick are like good friends. So there's one where he lost March Madness. So he lost like his bracket or pool or whatever, and Golick beat him. So when he was in town, I think Golick got on the stage and sang a song with him.
Really?
Yeah. And it's funny because he will do that. He'll be like, I lost a bet and I have to honor it, and he'll do it like right there on stage, which is pretty cool, man.
I want to call somebody out, and I don't even know him. So and hopefully he hears this because he doesn't know me either.
Obviously they're not famous then.
Well, that's what I'm going to get to. So one of the people that went with us, I don't know if she wants me saying her name. But anyways, the couple that went with us had a coworker friend that said that they were going to be at the concert, but they said they were going to be at the concert as the cowbell player for Hootie and the Blowfish. First off, that's so unbelievable. Because
I can see a cowbell.
why isn't the drummer playing the cowbell?
Well, the drummer's probably drumming.
Here's the point. The drummer was playing the cowbell, just like 97.5% of the bands, except for Blue Oyster Cult with Will Ferrell. More cowbell.
So they, so the drummer was playing the cowbell.
Yeah, this guy's like, yeah, I'm going to be at the concert. I'm going to be up there playing the cowbell for them. I know.
How old
Hootie.
is this person?
I don't know. I've never met him. I just told you I don't know.
I mean, are we talking like old enough to have kids?
Probably.
Then come on, lying about shit should be over and done with.
I would say because everybody our age is old enough to have kids. I don't have any friends that are in their early 20s.
Well, that's what I was getting at.
They play with Legos and stuff.
I know, but I mean, this chick, Morgan's friend, could have been, cradle robber.
No. But the whole point here is he lied his ass off, and then he wasn't up there. He wasn't up there that whole time.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
But that's such a stupid thing to lie about.
Yeah, you can lie about being like, oh, I'm working the concession stand backstage. Because no one's going to fucking see you, call you out on it.
Or just be a normal person and say, I'm going to the concert.
Yeah.
You don't have... I hate people that overdo it. Like, a lot of times, and this is my pet peeve, a lot of times somebody will tell you a story, and you know it's fake. Like, the whole time you know it's fake.
Right.
But if they would have just told the normal story and not boosted it, it'd have still been a good story. And like that, I would have appreciated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, say you go out fishing and you caught, it's always fishing stories, but say you go out and you catch a 10-pound fish of some sort. I'm not much of a fisherman. But then you tell it as you caught a 17-pound fish. It was cool as a 10-pound fish.
Yeah.
But now I don't believe you. Now I think you're a jackass.
Or the story was just as cool or whatever the deal is, right?
Yeah.
But
like they're coming out with their Moby Dick story. Yeah. I'm Jonah, and I jumped in this fish's mouth, and I strangled it by its abdomen.
That's funny.
Tore it up on shore, kicked it in its eyeball.
So there is a couple, now we're talking about fishing stories. My buddy Ryan is really, you know Ryan. We know this. No, but we know Ryan has boat, fishes a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So, So I'm out there with him, and so we're cobia fishing. And have you ever gone cobia fishing, like specifically for cobia?
I've never gone out in the sea to fish.
So you can go out cobia fishing a couple times a year when they are I believe they're migrating. So they catch rides underneath the manta rays.
They're like kind of skinny.
Cobia?
Got a pointy face?
No.
Okay. I
No.
have no idea.
I'll show you a picture of cobia. Cobia is a big, meaty, dumb, retarded fish. Big, stupid idiot fish. It's
Kevin fish.
Close. A little leaner.
I'd be a fish that had the biggest head on the planet. I'd be a hogfish.
They do have massive heads. But anyway, so everybody's allowed 2 on the boat within a certain size, right? So it was me, him, and his dad. So we were trying to get 6 big. Put it this way. We had like 6 fish and clean meat off the bone. We had like 20-something pounds. Like clean bagged meat. We ended up getting about 20 pounds off of 6 fish. So anyway, I still had some in the freezer until this was years ago. But anyway, so
is it a fishy fish or
no? It's more like chicken. The density of it.
Yeah.
It's dense like a chicken, but white like a mahi.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's kind of hard to explain. It's more like how salmon doesn't quite break apart like the way like a flaky fish does.
It's a fatty fish.
So it's kind of like a salmon, but it's white. Yeah, and I don't know seafood enough to describe it. But anyway, so it gets pretty expensive. Definitely in the teens per pound.
Except for tilapia.
Tilapia. It's because they grow them in rice paddies all over the world.
I don't even think they're real.
Tilapia?
Yeah.
They've got them, yeah. Dude, they got them in like golf courses.
Are you sure where do they come from? I feel like they're like love bugs.
There's like a tilapia farm, if I'm not mistaken. Like
tilapia,
on the
in
other
my
side
mind,
of town.
is the love bugs of fish.
Yeah, I'd rather eat a tilapia than like a cod.
There's a tilapia farm up the road in Mims.
Okay, that's what I was getting at. So anyway, we spent all morning trying to get these fucking fish, and everybody around us was going in because they maxed out, right? So it's a fish that you can max out on. So everyone's going out. We're like, we'll hang around, right? So the way it works is if you see a manta ray, so like you're looking for manta ray because they're catching a ride underneath the manta ray as they migrate. Normally, you'll find them like a lot more closer to the bottom, the ones that aren't migrating. So you have to actually like cast out in front of the manta ray in hopes that it sinks low enough so that all of a sudden the bait comes by the cobia as the manta ray is swimming. And you can literally like lure it to the boat. So we're getting this massive fish, and so we're using the gaff to try to get him on. So we're using this massive fish, and it gets really, really close, and we think we're about to lose it. So Ryan's dad slings the gaff over, and the fish goes down and like yanks Ryan's dad almost over the boat. Like Ryan goes and grabs his dad real quick. I'm just cracking up laughing because the whole thing was just so, it was like that. So quick. Next thing you know, I'm like watching his dad hooks it, almost goes right over. So then we got another fish, and we're getting really, really close, and it wouldn't bite the bait. So it was close to the boat, but it wouldn't bite, and you're watching it, right? So all of a sudden, I see Ryan grabs his spear, and like just dives in the water.
To go after it?
I'm like, what the fuck? So
it's Rambo.
So he's got the fish. There's a picture of it where he's got the fish. Like he grabbed the fish, and that's how they got it in the boat.
And see, that's a great story.
Yeah, I don't remember how big it was.
But I know people that would tell that like they freaking jumped and did a front flip and
No. I just remember Ryan. Like I remember him
with an ice pick
jumping off, and I'll find the picture because it was like his profile picture forever. It was absolutely hilarious. He's like, it would not bite the bait, so he just jumped in and grabbed it.
I want to tell my one fishing story.
Go for it.
And I'm going to post for the first time the picture of the fish. And I swear to God, if I end up seeing you in the back of my yard trying to fish for this fish, I'm going to be pissed. That's the whole reason I've never posted it. So I go out. We first moved into the place, and we have it's a pond. It is what it is. But there's this little pond behind my house. Well, I'm out there checking it out. We're the only house built around this pond at this point. And I see a big fish in the water. I don't fish. Up to this point, I've never fished.
True story. I almost moved on that pond with you.
Yeah. So you'd have been a part of that awful HOA too. That's a whole nother show. But so we sit out. I walk out and I see this gigantic bass. And it's got another bass roaming around it. So I don't know what's going on because I don't fish. Now I know it's bedded. You know?
Yeah.
And I know the one swimming around it's its male partner. So I'm excited. And Morgan's dad used to be sponsored and everything by Ranger Boats. So he's big time fisher. Good fisherman. And Morgan has fished coming up as well, you know, so she knows fishing. So I run up and I'm like, babe, there's a huge bass in this pond. She doesn't believe me because she knows I'm an idiot and I don't know how to fish.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to catch this bass. And she's like, no, you're not. And it ain't that big. I'm like, it's the biggest bass in the world. Like, you know how I am. I'm getting all excited. So I go into the garage because I don't own a fishing pole. But she has a fishing pole that is a light up open reel. It's orange. It's like bright orange. and I'm looking around because it's got a hook on it, but it doesn't have any bait. And I don't have any bait. So I find a lizard.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I put this lizard on this hook. I go out to the water, and I'm throwing the bait in. And, like, this fish is, like, from me to you. Like, it's right near the edge. And I'm throwing it next to it. It's having nothing of it. It's just looking at the bait and just looking at me, and it ain't moving. And the male keeps trying to, like, bite it. And I keep pulling it away from the male. Finally, I start hitting the bass in the head with the lizard. So I'm hitting it, and it's like bouncing off this thing's head. And this damn thing, out of spite, after me hitting it in the head for like 2 minutes, bites it. I snag it, and I'm thinking this thing's going to drag my ass in the water, like, you know. And it literally just rolls over like it's dead. Like, it doesn't fight. It doesn't do anything. And
That's
I pull
funny.
it up on the shore. Frank, I have a picture. I'm going to show. I've never shown anybody really this picture other than family and like family friends because I don't want people in my backyard. But you have to see this thing. It is unbelievable. I want to hear your reaction. But it is from my nipple. Like, good Lord. There it is. He just showed me the picture of freaking Ryan jumping in like a crazed maniac.
Hey, that's a huge fish.
It is a huge fish. I wouldn't even want to touch that thing. It looks like a shark.
They do look like sharks from that angle, but definitely not in the water. Their fins not high like that. But anyway,
I want to hear your reaction on this fish. All right, let me pull it up.
Look,
at the very bottom.
they had to leave by noon because they maxed out that day.
Good God.
Yeah, Ryan's probably one of the best fishermen. Well, he is. I normally try not to make it look like I'm over embellishing something, but he's the best fisherman that I know.
All right. I'm going to show you, and I want to hear your reaction. I haven't shown you this picture, I'm sure. That is...
Jesus.
Yeah. It's from my nipple to my shin.
I mean, you threw it back, right?
Yeah. And it's been 6 years, so I'm pretty sure it's probably dead by now.
I don't know. Sometimes fish live a long time.
And here's the thing. So everybody makes fun of me that sees it because I've got my shirt holding it.
Right.
It's because when I tried to pull the hook out of its mouth, I cut my thumb real bad, so I wrapped the shirt around my thumb. And because I'm right-handed, I was holding it. I didn't want, blood and fish mouth,
Why?
So everybody makes fun of me. But my father-in-law, I called him up because, like I said, he was sponsored and everything else. He goes... Well, I'll be damned. I forget exactly what he said, but it went along the lines of, I fished my whole life. I've never caught one that big. And you go out there with a play fishing rod and a lizard and catch the biggest bass that anybody I've ever caught has ever caught.
They used to catch fish with sticks and stuff. So.
Dude, I've never caught one close to that big ever again. And it got me hooked on fishing for 6 months.
Dude,
but
so, look.
We're going to need to somehow show these, by the way, during the show. Yeah. Yeah, that looks terrible. Look at that thing.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
You got it. So.
Massive fish.
Dude.
Anyway. So.
Let's see if you can. Oh. What? And.
Big old belly. I mean, Billy Bass.
Yeah. I love that I'm shirtless.
So we didn't even finish talking about damn. See, this is what happens. You talk about golf. And you get into fishing. 2 sports in which people like to embellish shit. So we got drunk. We paid a lot of money for some hamburgers. Remember that?
You did.
Yeah. $20. No, it wasn't bad. $20 for hamburgers.
Yeah. And I gave you 5.
Yeah. So then, Eddie came around with shots of Fireball.
That's what we had at the hamburger stand.
Yeah, so we had shots of Fireball at the hamburger stand, and then Eddie came around with shots of Fireball, 2 holes out.
The more you talk about this, the more I don't believe it was a migraine. I believe you just got drunk as balls.
No, I think it was a migraine. Well, it had to have been a migraine because I still felt like shit the next day. But anyway, so, yeah.
It's called a hangover.
It was a good time, though. It was a damn good time. Good cause. They raised $18,100.
Tell them how many golf balls I brought.
Dozen? 2 dozen?
You don't remember?
No.
You had the worst memory.
How many golf balls did you bring?
A whole bag. Remember the shoe bag? I had about 250 golf balls.
Oh, yeah. Did you leave me a bunch or no?
Yes. That's the only reason you were able to finish.
I'm trying to remember.
I never knew what I was hitting because I never paid attention.
Oh, it was a good time, and I definitely like to golf again. Golf's just fucking expensive.
Yes, it is.
It's expensive. And I think we both know we're both too cheap for that shit.
Especially me.
Yes.
I could be the richest person on earth. I'd be like $75 for what?
Well, that was for the whole charity thing. I think it's still like $30 for the round.
Yeah, but if you go to play in a nice golf course, it can range up in $200
Yeah,
range.
for sure. I never paid more than $50 for a round of golf, and that was like a once in a month thing would be often. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money.
Once in a lifetime, because I ain't doing it.
50?
I'm gonna need to be sponsored.
Yeah, I mean, I won't spend more than 50. But anyway, so it was a good time. We had fun. But all right, so we're gonna get off here now and call it a day. So
we should do a little charity event.
We should
outdrive the guys. If you don't outdrive us, you have to donate.
That would be funny.
If you do, we have to take a shot.
If you do, okay.
Yeah.
But everybody's got to pay $10 to outdrive us.
Yes.
And then it all goes to charity.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Well, if we outdrive them, they got to pay the $10.
If we outdrive them, they have to pay $10?
Yeah.
All right. That sounds like a plan.
We should do that. That sounds like fun.
We're going to put it on the list of
And we'll do it for the Avery Light thing.
We'll put it on a list of all the shit that we're not really going to get done that we want to get done.
I think that one's easy to do, though.
That one's easy to do.
Yeah, because we can just go up to the driving range. By the way, driving range in Titusville, a new owner, exceptionally nice.
Which one?
Well, I haven't been there in forever, but the guy that's there is super nice, and he's older. It's not the the guy that used to own it, the younger guy.
Yeah.
He's no longer there. I liked him though too.
Yeah.
But the new guy is so nice, and he was excellent to
You
my
talking
kids.
about in Singleton?
Yeah, I was a little worried about bringing my kids up there.
Yeah.
Because golfers can be serious.
Yeah.
Super nice. So into kids getting into the sport. Like, this guy's got it figured out. He knows that for his business to succeed,
Yeah.
you got to be good to the kids because they're the future.
Yep.
Great. Because I've been to some driving ranges with the kids where the people are like,
Yeah. Some snotty ass.
get out of here. You were a kid once too.
Yeah.
So shout out to Singleton Driving Range.
Yeah. Hey, I forgot. We got to do a couple shout outs. We got to pay the bills around here. So I just started partnering with Nona Oils for some CBD.
That's that crap you put on my shoulder that worked.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
It did work.
So Nona Oils for CBD supplements, right? So she's a phenomenal person, and she gave me some products to try because I'm trying to train for that marathon. So she gave me some CBD products to help me with some inflammation and some pains that I was getting. She had an awesome muscle cream, which is phenomenal. The roll-on, it's a migraine.
That's what she put on me.
Yeah, it's a migraine roll-on, but it's got peppermint. It's got peppermint and MCT oil. So I actually use it for like targeted pain. I'm telling you, it's phenomenal.
But
Plus,
your dumbass didn't bring it on the golf tournament.
no, I didn't want it like.
It would have cured your migraine.
It definitely would have, because I put some on the back of my neck and like on my temples if I have a headache, and it relaxes me to the point that I pass the hell out and my headache's gone, which is nice. So check them out at nonaoils.com. That's NONA oils.com. Which is, they're again phenomenal.
Where are they located?
She's here in Central Florida.
Like Lake Nona?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I met her at one of the Narcoossee business networking things that I do during the week. Yep. I'm actually gonna see her again tomorrow. So I love it. I actually have the 750, the maximum strength. So the roll-on is actually, the roll-on and the cream were THC free. They're CBD isolates.
Do they sell THC?
One's
stuff?
with, yeah, so this has THC. But it's not like, it's not something you obviously are getting high on. It's not an isolate, meaning they haven't
Are you
isolated
going to get arrested at Disney for that?
No, this is the legal amount.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the whole bottle is obviously, right? But per serving, the legal amount of THC.
Now it sounds like you're drinking it.
Yeah.
Per serving.
I drop in my mouth.
Oh, really?
So I've actually, it's so crazy. So this, I don't know if everybody can see it here. So this, I just do 2 drops, and I do it like on my way to like public speaking event or a networking event, and it makes me get out of my head for a second.
Can't get you out of my head.
Well, it's funny. It just helps with the anxiety. So it's really, really weird because I was trying to give somebody the example that I was thinking about what I was going to say, which I do before I go to all these things. I think about what I'm going to say.
And you don't talk about it.
And you don't talk about it. You try to rush it out too quick, right?
Yep.
You get like a little bit nervous. For some reason, I didn't do the nervous rush through it. It made me focus on what I wanted to say. Almost like it slowed time down a little bit for me, which allowed me to speak without feeling rushed. Normally, if you time yourself on those things, they're over and done with like that anyway. And you're like, dude, I had plenty of time. I could have said whatever I wanted to.
Like this 30-minute show.
Yeah. Which is now 54 minutes.
We always do an hour.
Yeah. We're just programmed for it. But anyway, and also American Regardless. I don't know if you saw, they had some new prints come out. Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's some pretty awesome prints come out. So check them out, AmericanRegardless.com. Don't forget, use the promo code OGShow for, what, 10% off? 10%?
You set it up. I don't know.
I think it's 10% off. And if you're in the Salisbury area, you got to go check out City Tavern. So
we need to go check out City Tavern.
I want to do a show from there.
Yeah.
I think it would be fun. You want to schedule that?
Yeah.
All right, let's look at our calendars and see when we can do it.
Oh, let me look at my calendar.
Yeah, you're busy, but we can figure it out. We got to try. I definitely want to try to do it. It would be cool to do it before the end of the summer. I don't think that's going to happen, though. But
no.
Anyway. Kevin, anything before we sign off?
No.
All right.
Come to our driving event.
Yeah.
I'm going to make us do that.
If you make us do it, I'll get a hold of Eddie, and we'll do it for Avery's Light. Again, we want to try to get Eddie Hansen on here, so this is another advertisement for Eddie Hansen to get on the show finally.
Yeah, he should have to be one of the people that they have to beat.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. And we'll
the women can go against Frank.
Yeah. No, that'd be fun. Yeah, that'd be fun. So it'll be cool, and we'll raise some money for Avery's Light. So again, go check out Avery's Light, but I do want Eddie to come on and talk about it because I feel like we wouldn't do it justice. So, all right, everybody.
Later, taters.